I caught my wife cheating on me over 2 years ago, but our marriage is so perfect that I've secretly let it continue without saying a word. A few years ago, I, 37 male, was on my lunch break and was out on a drive when I popped by my house, and my garage door was open and my wife's, 43 female, car and another car were there. I parked across the street and went in through the garage, which is in our basement, essentially under the bedrooms of our split-level house. Literally the second I was in the garage, I could hear the bed in our spare bedroom above me bouncing and muffled sounds that were clearly love-making. I stood there, basically in disbelief of what I was hearing, but I wasn't overcome with anger or anything. I very quietly opened the door into the house and crept up the steps. I could see down the hall from the top of the steps and I could see the shadows of screwing on the wall outside the first bedroom, not my bedroom, in the hallway. Tons of groaning, lots of dirty talk from her, and I snuck back down the steps, through the garage, out to my car, and backed it to a side street and I observed them leave about 15 minutes later. They just walked out in broad daylight. The thing is, our marriage is freaking awesome. Like, totally spot on amazing. We make love almost every night and we're completely in love. We have 3 kids together and life is damn good. Over the past couple of years, I sporadically pop past the house in the middle of the day and that car is there about 2 or 3 times a month and I am 100% aware of what is happening. And I'm kinda okay with it. Oh, and I know who the guy is too. I had a police pal run the plate and it's one of her college boyfriends. He's also married. My plan for now is if she ever finds out I'm just going to tell her I'm fine with it because our marriage is pretty much bang on perfect. If this is what she needs to do to keep the marriage perfect, I'm fine with it and I won't cause any drama to her friends with benefits. What do you all think? Anyone else have this type of situation? Am I a total weirdo? Edit number 1. What an incredible array of conversations I've had today. I'm so deeply grateful to all of you who chimed in on this situation. I plan to reread the entire thing today and tomorrow, but I still would deeply value additional insights if you want to add something. The tally of tell her, versus don't tell her, was bewildering to me. I wasn't nearly expecting such an even split, but I don't really know what I was expecting. You have no idea how much gratitude I have to all of you who took the time to share your thoughts on this. I'm somewhat leaning towards telling her, but only gradually, and there will be an immense leading with love approach if I go that route. All day long, I've been moved deeply by surging waves of how much I love her and how much I love our life together. She's incredible and I wake up grateful every single day to be with her, even during the past 2 years when I have known she was up to this. My overwhelming gratitude to wake up next to her has never wavered, even knowing what I know. Edit number 2. She's in a hilariously great mood tonight. Cooking dinner, sipping wine, chatting away. I've had this wild day in here and she's just like, la-di-da. It's adorable and she's so wonderful and sexy. Edit number 3. I have been doom scrolling this Reddit for like 17 of the last 24 hours. I'm gonna put my phone away for a bit and have a think about stuff. Update 1 month later. Well, I woke up at 4 a.m., so might as well type this out. The last month or so has been a whirlwind for me. First, thank you from the bottom of my heart for the tremendous amounts of supportive messages I received from this sub. There were so many amazing pieces of advice. When I wrote the post, I wasn't sure if I would ever tell her, but a series of events occurred in recent weeks that now have me convinced I made that post in part because I was ready to talk to her about it, but didn't know how until the perfect situation fell into my lap last week. And I have told her. In the weeks after I made my post, I found myself obsessing over clues of their routine. They met up a couple of times on either a Tuesday or a Thursday, always at my house, and always for only about 30 to 40 minutes. Each time, she sent me a late morning "Hey, how's your day?" text to check that I was firmly ensconced at work. Each time, I ran to my car and drove up a side street to view my house from afar. After watching them go inside, I then would pop over to the house, hear the telltale sounds from the guest bedroom. Once, after they had gone, I snuck into the house to find the laundry machine running and the guest bed remade with a fresh sheet. I took one of my kids to dance lessons later that day, came home, and that sheet had been put back away in the hall closet. I also found myself watching her phone habits. She's very anti-phone during family time, but I noticed her on her phone between sets when she weight lifts on Sunday nights in our basement. I found this behavior of mine weighing on me. I didn't really care for my voyeuristic behavior. But this past Thursday, a seemingly meant-to-be series of events occurred for a now-or-never opportunity for me to act. I got the text at 10:30 or so in the morning. I ran to the car, arrived at my house at 10:45. Most of the time, they get there at 11 o'clock. My wife goes to work at 6:30 a.m. so she has an earliest lunch. He arrived at 11 o'clock, but she didn't arrive until 11:05. They went in through the garage as normal, left it open as normal too. I'll be brief here, but I went into the house and came close to getting caught. But they were later than normal and apparently in a huge hurry, and, upon re-entering the house after they'd gone, discovered she had not replaced the sheets on the spared bedroom bed and had not started the laundry. In the laundry were the sheet, a pair of underwear, and a pair of Scrubs lab pants and shirt. Almost as if I had no control over the situation, I started the laundry machine, sat down, had coffee, and moved the laundry over to the dryer half an hour later, and then went back to work. I took one of my kids to their dance class that day, got home at like 6:30, and walked into an absolutely frantic wife. She grabbed hold of my arms, looked at me, was shaking, and said, "Did something happen today?" I looked her in the eye, said, "Yes, I love you, everything is fine, we will talk about it all a lot, I love you, it's okay, I promise it's okay." I kissed her and we fooled around in the bathroom for a few minutes, then I made dinner, and we helped the kids with homework, bedtime, etc. as normal. When the kids got to bed, We got down to business and talked for about 5 hours Thursday night. It basically started off by her asking me how much do you know? I told her a lot, but not even remotely everything, and also that I wasn't mad at all. She said she had spent every waking moment from getting home and discovering the laundry to the time I walked in feeling almost certain I would walk in and announce I was divorcing her. I assured her that was not going to happen. Of course she was rattled. She admitted everything straight away, was very upset obviously, but I got her calmed down and we had some fantastic conversation. We agreed we'd likely need a weekend of privacy and my mother-in-law agreed to take the kids all weekend, which is perfect because the kids just go there and eat Papa John's and Snickers ice cream bars for 2 days, so they love it of course. So the gist of what I found out is this. 1. It's been going on since 2005, predating me knowing her by 5 years. 2. They dated in 1996 and didn't have a great relationship but the lovemaking was great. 3. They reconnected after he'd been married 3 to 4 years and began cheating. She was a single affair partner but he was married. 4. She told me she would have been content to do that for years, and did. She dated casually with other people, hooked up with him, became a doctor, did her residency, traveled, had a good life. When she met me 10 years ago, I complicated her equation because of how intensely she fell in love with me. She gave me her full self, but continued with him because of what described as a magic hex she couldn't break regarding their intimate chemistry. 5. My kids are 100% mine, I never had any doubt really, and they never had one all the way intimately while we were trying to conceive. 6. He and his wife have a great marriage, make love, and my wife is not saving him from a dead bedroom. 7. His wife does not know. 8. Their relationship essentially consists of hey, how's it going? How's life? How are the kids? Screw me now, okay see you next time. It's not an overly emotional thing. She explained several times that if they were going to have a real relationship, they would have done it long before she and I even met. Obviously there is a lot more that I know than that list, but you get the idea. We also made love like 10 times this weekend when the kids were gone. I clearly told her I am okay with it if she and he continue. I love her, she has had this thing going for much longer than I've been married to her, it makes her happy, and I love it when she's happy. She was, of course, gobsmacked. I also told her she is free to not tell him I know or to tell him I know and that telling him or not was 100% in her court. She mulled it over, considered it for a day, and decided to tell him. I told her if she wanted to tell him, she could invite him over this past Sunday morning, I would go for a long run, they could talk, then I would go pick up the kids and when returning with the kids, he would be gone. And that's what happened. I got home with the kids in the late morning, she saw them, cried. The kids went to put away to play. My wife is a weightlifter and is insanely strong. We frequently do Muay Thai holds in bed, ha. She could kick the crap out of me in 2 seconds flat. But she grabbed my head on both sides of my face hard. And the tears just flowed from both of us instantly. Just gushing. She looked me straight in the eye and said you have to listen to me. I will never leave you. Ever. I love you. And you know it. Well, I sobbed like a baby. So she recapped their conversation to me. She started the conversation by telling him to stay calm, everything was fine, but that she felt it pertinent to tell him that I knew everything and had known for a long time. He said okay. She told him that the option was on the table to continue but that at the end of the conversation if he decided he could not trust me that she was ending it with him. He said okay. So she relayed to him what I knew. It was a couple-hour-long conversation. Sunday afternoon, she checked in with him and he said he was doing fine. He said that he did trust me because if I had a malicious intent towards him, his life as he knew it would have ended long ago. He also sent her a message to relay to me that he does trust me and he hopes that I will trust him as well and know in my heart that he is not coming for what I have. He will never steal my wife away. So he said he trusts me and he asked me to trust him. I said he had a deal. She has been very communicative with me, as she always is, but to a new level. She has expressed relief to me the past couple of days that she feels lighter. She has showed me numerous times in recent days how much she loves me. She is having moments of struggle because this is all still so fresh for her, whereas I've been living with it for years. She's amazed at how I'm fine. I told her I'm fine because we're together and I know she's in this with me. She said yes she is. And that brings us up to date. Thank you everyone again for your advice, our relationship is better than ever and I'm so happy. Relevant comment. Commenter, I'm wondering if the thrill of being with her current affair partner will wear off quickly. I think the sneakiness is part of the thrill for a lot of people. OP, I considered this. It's certainly possible. They've been together for almost 16 years though. I think the thrill would have worn off a long time ago. This is also why I gave her the option to not tell him. Part of the reason I wasn't sure I wanted to tell her is because I love her how she is, flaws and all. If they end, I know she won't leave me, but I do worry about repercussions she goes through, like malaise or depression from the fallout. Time will tell. She's going through some ups and downs right now.